Adoropajananabutam Asramurtha Shavanakshi Nasikam Sahasramo Yamhara Kundalolasa Yantinorupam Adhabrajakshusha Asrapada Adoropujanunabutam Asramurdha Shavanakshi Nasikam Namoyam Hara Kundalolasa
Shanti Adharupam Madhavya Chakshusha Sahasrapadaro Bhujanando Bhutam Sahasramurdha Sravanakshi Nashikam Sahasramoli Ambara Kundalolasa
Pasyantyadorupamadabhrachakshusha Sahasrapadorupujananunadbhutam Sahasramurdha Shravanakshi Nasikam Sahasramurtam Parakundalolasat Pasyantadorupamadabhrachakshusha Sahasrapadorupujananbhutam Asramurdha Shravanakshi Naishtikam Sahasramala Ambara Kundalolasa Nasikam
Pasyanti see Adaha the form of the Purusha. Rupam form. Adapra perfect. Chakshusha by the eyes. Sahasra pada thousands of legs. Guru thighs. Bhuja anana hands and faces. Adbhutam wonderful. Sahasra thousands of Lordha heads. Shravana ears. Akshi eyes. Nasikam noses. Sahasra thousands. Nauli garland. Ambara dresses. Kundala earrings. Ulastat all glowing. Translation: the devotees with their perfect eyes see the transcendental form of the Purusha who has thousands of legs, eyes, arms, and faces, all extraordinary. In that body there are thousands of heads, ears, eyes, and noses. They are decorated with thousands of helmets and glowing earrings and are adorned with garlands. Purport by Sukha. With our present materialized senses, we cannot perceive anything of the transcendental Lord. Our present senses are all pretty rectified by the process of devotional service, and then the Lord Himself becomes revealed to us. In the Bhagavad Gita, it is confirmed that the transcendental Lord can be perceived only by pure devotional service. So, it is confirmed in the Vedas that only devotional service can lead one to the side of the Lord, and that only devotional service can reveal Him. In the Brahma Samhita, it is also said that the Lord is always visible to the devotees whose eyes have been anointed with the tinge of devotional service. So, we have to take information of the transcendental form of the Lord from the persons who have actually seen Him with perfect eyes smeared with devotional service. In the material world, also, we do not always see things with our own eyes. We sometimes see through the experience of those who have actually seen or done things. If that is the process for experiencing a mundane object, it is more perfectly applicable in matters transcendental. So, only with patience and perseverance can we realize the transcendental subject matter regarding the Absolute Truth and His different forms. He is formless to the neophytes, but He is in transcendental form to the expert servitor. And if I could, I have two questions. It's 22 minutes after 8. What time am I supposed to stop? 23 minutes after? What time?
8:45.
Who's the timekeeper?
8:45, then question answer.
8:45, so okay. And then the second question is, because it's some portion of the school is here, am I supposed to tell stories?
Yeah.
Is that like one of the rules? Because I can tell a story. First, we'll just follow the purport that Srila Prabhupada has given us, and then the story, that the icing and cherry on top of the icing. That which is transcendental. What does transcendental mean? I remember first reading my 8th Bhagavad Gita that I read with Prabhupada. There were 7 others before I read Prabhupada. And I found that those 7 I couldn't understand them. And when I started reading number 8, it was easy to understand them. Puzzled. Why those like that? Then I slowly understood it's because of coming in descending knowledge is not the other kind. The ascending kind, where you get your flashlight out and you look for the sun. That's the ascending kind of knowledge. That's not how you find the sun. The sun is self-luminous. That's how you find the sun. So, on the back, Emerson and Thoreau were transcendental poets. I never knew what that meant, transcendental poets. I'm still not sure exactly what it means, but that which is beyond the temporary. Transcendence, there's the temporary. Lots of stuff that we can perceive and think that we know about is temporary, and what's beyond temporary. That's what transcendental means. And from the transcendental perspective, one can understand the temporary properly. What to speak of what's beyond the temporary. So the form of the Lord is transcendental. And that's the emphasis. How do we connect, or how do we become cognizant of that which is transcendental? Little Prabhupada story. Just recently been hearing Prabhupada speaking sequentially in Bhagavad Gita. One of the classes was in New York. It sounded like it was 26 Second Avenue, but it didn't say 26 Second Avenue. It was some educated people. Maybe it was Dr. Mishra's group, I don't know. But he was speaking from the 2nd chapter, and Prabhupada gave a very simple example. The point was, you can understand about a thing and be interested in a thing through sound. And he gave the example, Mr. Cohen has recently gone to California. So I asked him, when you get to California, can you write to me and tell me what it's like in California? Because maybe I'd like to go there. From someone who's been there, I can find out from Mr. Cohen what it's like, and maybe I'd like to go there. And then the next thing he said was, so similarly we've been speaking about the Chintamani, that's how we refer to it, the Chintamani prayers from the Samhita. And from the Chintamani prayers we can find out something about Goloka. And we may want to go there. So he emphasized the point again, the point is through sound. We understand something beyond our experience, even in this world of the people transcendental, through sound. And here is information from that transcendental realm of transcendental seers, those who have seen, and those who have seen can report to us. We have seen. Now, there has to be some trust in a trustworthy person. They have actually seen, they're not just saying they've seen and they haven't seen. But in any case, there's faith involved in hearing from Scripture, but it's through this descending process we can understand transcendental. What's beyond the temporary, and again, what's even within the realm of the temporary. And of all those transcendental methods, the bhakti method is not only the preferred method, but it's the only method to see the form, because there are other transcendental methods. Mahat sevam dwaram abhor vimuktes, and you know that verse. Rishabdev speaking. My first experience of Gurukula was in Vrindavan, and I remember very clearly the Gurukula boys would stand on the balcony up there on the 2nd floor, And at the top of their lungs, they would recite those verses from Rishabdev to his sons. They did it every day, so they learned the verse. One of them is Mahat Sevam, Dwaram, Ahor Vimuktes. Dwaram means doorway or gate. Mahat Sevam is service to the Mahats, the great souls. Mahat Sevam Dwaram, Ahor Vimuktes. The mukti, the transcendent, the doorway to transcendence is Mahat Sevam, service to great souls. And in the purport, surprisingly, I found it surprising anyway, Prabhupada speaks of the two categories of transcendentalists, the personalists and the impersonalists. And when we serve either category of transcendentalists, we get some picture of what liberation really is, or the realm of transcendence. Then, of course, there's limited and beyond the limited. The limited is understanding Brahman, the formless feature, which is in not only in India, but in modern times, because people often learn whatever they learn about transcendence and anything else from Guru. The Guru is filled with impersonal stuff, so that's what people. It's prevalent without people. We all have experience. People that practice yoga, and they hear anything, it's all one. The final analysis, it's all one. I'm tempted to tell a Prabhupada story that I heard from Jayagriha Swami about 15 times, but it's all one. Ready? This is a story. The kids are taking notes, so this is not a story to take notes about. Jayagriha Swami's big smile when he's telling the story. So he was a young man in New York, and he was going to 26 Second Avenue instead of going to high school, because he felt, I'm going to learn something from this teacher and not from those teachers. So he was attending regular programs at 26 Second Avenue, and there was a girl who was also regularly attending. Maharaj's description was, an uptown yoga follower that had a big pasted smile on her face all the time. The type. So she would sit and smile, and Prabhupada would say, and one time she asked a question. She said, Swamiji, isn't it true that in the final analysis, it's all one? Big smile. You heard the story? Prabhupada, his voice became animated. It's all one. It's all one. If it's all one, why don't you put your food here? The girl started crying. Jayagriha Swami started laughing. It's a notion we don't live by. We don't live by it's all one. There's many other, if it's all one, you give me all your money. If it's all one, why are you wearing a shirt instead of a cotton ball? You wear their shirt. Because you don't want to graphic. It's all one. But so the notion of transcendence is the notion that says in undifferentiated Brahman. So now I'm going to do the story with kids. It's already 7:32. And this is the last which we have to leave time for questions. So, this is a Dhruva Maharaj story. Two of them. In one of the verses in Dhruva Maharaj's prayers, because there's 12 verses that are prayers of Dhruva to Vishnu. One of them he speaks about the happiness of devotional service surpassing the happiness of Brahman and the happiness of Dhruva activities, the heavenly planets and that understanding. And the verse speaks of Brahman, forget the language, but because of manifesting things and destruction of things. And then Prabhupada explains a very curious thing. I consulted a number of senior devotees about it, like what their understanding of what Prabhupada has written. I'll say it slowly. Within the undifferentiated Brahman, there's differences. Within the Brahman that has no potencies, there's potencies. So, an explanation, there's multiple explanations. One of them is Brahman, used in Sanskrit, can refer to many things depending upon context. And ultimately, because Krishna is the source, the pratishta, the basis and support of Brahman, to say Brahman implies Krishna. This is the Jiva Goswami argument. That whenever you read in Vedas Brahman, it's implied the personality of Godhead because Brahman exists resting upon the personality of Godhead. So whether it's explicit or implicit, Brahman can be taken to mean the Supreme Person within whom there's unlimited potencies. And then there's other explanations and other explanations. But the explanation Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur gives on that verse is like seeing a city from a distant place, and you can just tell that there's a city in the distant place. And then as you get closer, you can see some of the distinct features of the place, the terrain, the trees. And then when you get there, you can see the people become personal and very specific and very detailed. So in this way, Vishwanath is saying that Brahman can imply Paramatma, can imply Bhagavan. It's the same entity perceived from a different perspective. That's the same entity. And the happiness of the personal feature, there's no comparison to the happiness. This is Rupa Goswami's teaching, the prema stage of bhakti. It derives even the conception of Brahman happiness. That's with the undifferentiated Brahman, or the Brahmajyoti, the happiness of cessation of the pangs of material existence and the dignity. Now, further the Dhruva story, and it's already 8 minutes left. So, is there anyone, the students here, unfamiliar with who is Dhruva Maharaj? You need like it, you're unfamiliar. Okay. Dhruva Maharaj, real quick. There's Garbhodaksha Vishnu was being spoken of here because the next verse, tomorrow morning verse, says this verse number 4, number 4 is connected with Garbhodaksha Vishnu, Purusha number 2. So Garbhodaksha Vishnu enters into each universe, and Garbhodaksha Vishnu expands from his navel, this lotus, which I learned from studying Brahma Samhita, is the sum total of the karma of the living entities within that Garbhodaksha Vishnu's universe. That's what the stem is. And the lotus, and on top of the lotus, Brahma appears. Brahma has direct praja or offspring. One of them is the first Manu, Swayambhuva and Shatarupa, they just like appear in their adult feature because it's time to fill up the universe with the entities that Brahma created and to get lost and then find. So, Garbhodakshay Vishnu, Brahma, Swayambhuva Manu, Uttanapada was one of his two sons, and Dhruva. So way at the very beginning, Dhruva was the son of Uttanapada, who was the son of Swayambhuva Manu, who was the son of Brahma, who came directly from Garbhodakshay Vishnu. So really, really, really early in creation. That's Dhruva. He was a little boy. He was younger than you guys, you girls, 5 years old. Any younger 5 years old? No, they don't do that. Dhruva says 5 years old, and the story is he was insulted by his stepmother. His father just was silent and didn't give any shelter, protection, affection, nothing. Dhruva was hurt. He went to his mother. His mother pacified him, consoled him, said many nice things, very, very important things. She gave him bhakti, basically. And she said, you want a kingdom, not just your father's kingdom, but you want a kingdom better than your father's father's father. That means a kingdom better than Lord Brahma. What's that? That's the spiritual world. I want a kingdom. The only way you're going to get that is Vishnu. Become fixed at the lotus feet of the personality of Godhead. And she describes his lotus feet and the Benedictine capacity. So he goes off to the forest looking for Vishnu. He can't find Vishnu. He finds lots of animals and trees and birds and mosquitoes and gnats and all kinds of other things, but doesn't find Vishnu. And then Narad comes, tests his determination, gives him a method to connect in devotional service, along with the mantra. You know what Buddha's mantra was? Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Same mantra, hey, isn't that nice? And he was initiated into that mantra in a process of without all the details because of time. And off he went, he gave him a place to go. Vrindavan, a place in Vrindavan called Madhuvan, one of the 12 forests of Vrindavan. And there's a little hill called Dhruva Tila, and he went on top of that hill and did his thing. He became perfected little bhakta in 6 months. He did a lot of austerity, like we can't do, but in short, because of time. The personality of Godhead was visible, just like this purport is speaking. It was visible within his heart. And his attention didn't go anywhere from that form of Vishnu. He was absorbed. And he was so absorbed in what he was doing, in controlling the life air, that the universe started to choke up. The demigods went to Lord Vishnu and said, can't breathe. Help. So he said, no problem, it's just a little boy, that King Uttanapada, I'll go and stop his austerities. So then he, on the back of Garuda, from Svetadvip, Lord Vishnu came. And as soon as he was in front of Dhruva, his meditation broke. He couldn't see the form of Vishnu anymore. And when he opened his eyes, he saw the same form that was in his heart standing before him, smiling. Now here's the detail that connects with this verse specifically. That in the verse, there's this word over and over again, sahasra. Sahasra, Sahasra, Sahasra. Sahasra means thousands. So there's this Sahasra Shirsha. Sahasra Shirsha. We'll hear about it in tomorrow morning's report. Sahasra Shirsha, or Garba Stuti. There's prayers, or Purusha Sukta prayers, that begin Sahasra Shirsha, Purusha, Sahasraksha, Sahasrata. This very, according to Jiva Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, and Rupa Goswami, this form that appeared before Dhruva was the Sahasra Shirsha form. And he's known, they all say, by the name Krishna Garba. And Krishna Garba, we know from Krishna Janmashtami, that when Krishna appeared in the prison house of Kamsa before Vasudeva and Devaki, they offered their prayers, and then he spoke and said, long, long ago in Satya Yuga, the same yuga that Dhruva appeared, Satya Yuga, I appeared as your son. You were Sutava and Krishna, you underwent great austerities, you wanted a son like me. I came before you in this form and said, you please me very much, and I'll become your son for 3 lifetimes. So I became your son as Krishna Garba. And in Laghu Bhagavatamrita, not even going to tell the story of the kid. Huh? Okay. That was doing story time with the kids. Anyway, so Rupa Goswami in Laghu Bhagavatamrita states, and then gives scriptural reference to establish, confirm what he's stating, that the form that appeared before Dhruva was the Krishna Garba form. And those of you that like reading Bhaktivedanta Book Trust publications and Gopi Pranadhana's translations, you can read it. There's all of the arguments on it, or the scriptural references. That's the Sahasra Shirsha, or Krishna Garba form that appeared before Dhruva that's being spoken of in this morning's verse. That's the connection. It's Garbhadakshay Vishnu. And it's a little delicate, the distinction between Garbhadakshay Vishnu and Shiradakshay Vishnu, because then comes Mahavishnu. So these are forms of the Lord as they appear in this world, but in any case, specifically our acharyas state this verse, that form that is the Garbhadakshay Vishnu form, that this and the next verse we're speaking about, was the form that appeared before Dhruva, that's same as the son of Krishna and Sutapa. And it's 8:45. So class is over. What do I do? Any discussion? This is a lecture. You gotta have discussion. Yes, yes, you do.
Thank you, Marge. Class, it's just fascinating to me as you're explaining which Vishnu form appeared before Dhruva Maharaj. I mean, generally, my mind thinks, well, Vishnu, just generic Vishnu. But to actually contemplate, as you've explained, specific forms of Vishnu
Yeah.
to do different things, thank you for the revelation.
Well, I'm only repeating what our Acharya said. Who am I? This little. But I gave an extended seminar on the Dhruva story, a 13-part seminar on the Dhruva story. And so I did a lot of research, and I found a lot of things. and I'm repeating to you. Sanatana Goswami, he expressed that, of these acharyas expressed what I just said. It was Prishnigarba. And they also say, it's the Sahasra, it's the verse, actually, the Sanskrit says Sahasra Shirsha. And that's the Sahasra Shirsha is this verse. That's Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. So, we're going to have some more learned conversation here. Go ahead.
I'm just curious.
Go
Generally, we think of Sahasra Shishya Purusha Sahasraksha Sahasrapad. That is only recited by the demigods headed with Brahmaji at the milk ocean.
Yeah, wasn't it? Gurukul kids recite it too. It's not like that's the only place. It's repeated, you know.
But who said that this for the Garbhodakshaya Vishnu? I was curious.
Our acharyas said.
Specific like that.
I'll because you're a very precise person. I'll give you the precise reference.
Okay.
Okay.
Because otherwise they will challenge me. Because this is I never heard.
Okay. Well, you know, there's things you say that I've never heard, things that I said you never heard. But I'll find the reference. I'll bring it to class tomorrow morning. How's that?
Sounds very.
All I have to do is remember it. But it's there.
I have one question though.
Okay.
How these thousands of hands and legs and in front of a 5-year-old child, like how proportion to what am I supposed to imagine or I should?
You know, he didn't see thousands.
Oh.
He saw forearm Vishnu. That's what he saw.
But Sahasra means thousands.
That's what he yeah, but yeah. Let's go back.
Okay.
What did Dhruva see? He saw Prishnigarba.
Yes.
And this Prishnigarba, just sequentially, or, you know, in the linear way of thinking that we tend to think, that Prishnigarba, that according to Sanatana and Rupa Goswami, was what Dhruva saw, it is not different than the Sahasra Shirsha form. Now, he didn't see the Sahasra Shirsha form. He saw Prishnigarba. Same thing that Vasudeva and Devaki saw. That foreign form, but you know, Vasudeva, the son of Vasudeva, instead of Prishnigarba. That's what they saw. It was forearms. Put your hand down, and it's still going. Now this is Alachua, and the people are. So, but that form that he saw is not different than Sahasra Shirsha, which is the Garbhodakshaya Vishnu form, which has 4 hands. But there's so many Garbhodakshaya Vishnus. When you have that lovely day that you go to the Garbhodak ocean, or those who are seers that see the form of the Lord, they don't see that there's unlimited Garbhodakshaya. Well, this is my understanding. How many Garbhodakshaya Vishnus are there? Well, there's one because he's just expanded in every universe. That's the Sahasra. Thousands. Not that he has thousands. There's thousands. There's one, but with thousands of this and that and the other. Go ahead.
Well, what I maybe please correct me. Oh,
go ahead.
Marcy put the hand down. So.
No, that was behind you. There was behind you. There were 3 people waiting.
Sorry. What I understood that when Arjuna was given the divine eyes to see the universal form,
this is different.
What I understood that the corresponding mind was not given, so he could not relish, and he actually asked for it to take it down.
Yeah.
But so in this case, if it is Sahasra name, the name should be identical to the form because they are one.
Well, but it's not the universal form. Why do you say?
Sahasra means thousand.
I know what it means.
So it is to be identical. Name and the possessor of name are one.
Okay. Okay.
Like when Radharani saw Krishna.
Whoa. Let's just not go to more stuff. Let's just stay with this. In the next purport, first line of the next purport. The Purusha, whoops, this form, parentheses, the second manifestation of the Purusha, and that's Sahasra. So the Garbhadakshay, not universal form, Garbhadakshay Vishnu is this Sahasra Shirsha form. Now, your argument is, hey, it's Sahasra, but it's got to have thousands, because that's what the description says. So the form has to correlate with the way the form is described.
Right.
That's very logical. So now, you do some homework. I'll do mine, you do yours. And how is it tonight, during the day, how is it that the second Purusha is the Sahasra Shirsha form? Following the line of logic of your question, why is it that he's described as Sahasra Shirsha? Because Garbhadakshay Vishnu has forms. So why does it say Sahasra instead of Chatur? That's your homework assignment. He's got all kinds of scriptural references. Yes, it's behind you.
Thank you, Maharaj. I was just wondering if our acharyas describe or explain why this particular form appeared.
Why which?
Yes.
Why? What's your question?
Why, yes, why this visual form?
Why not?
Please explain.
Well, the question, this is my limited understanding. The question is, please describe the forms of the Lord as they appear in this world, and he's describing the forms of the Lord as they appear in this world. And the Purusha avatars are forms of the Lord as they appear in this world. So he's just responding to the question, and they are forms of the Lord that appear in this world. Difficult? Does that address your question? You know, why this form? Because it's one of the forms of the Lord that appear in the world. Is it not? I'm asking you.
Yeah. I
So
agree
you
with
can
that.
ask your
I was just
question.
wondering if there is any, like, particular, let's say, Leela that brings about that particular form there.
No.
Apart from the
Well,
planet.
in terms of Leela, Prabhupada describes creation as a Leela. Material creation is a Leela. It's a secondary one, but it's a Leela of the Lord. It's a pastime of the Lord. And Vishnu is the one through whom the creation is enacted. Is that all right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I love the question and answer session.
All Maharaj.
Lovely.
Very nice class. When Rupa was meditating, it became so intense that all the demigods were choking. A little while back I saw Buddha, a Buddha boy was meditating, and all his clothing caught into fire. He had to release everything, and then as he was standing there around him, also caught fire. You know, and I was surprised. I mean, in Kali, I mean, is this possible?
Well, are you saying you saw it, then you're asking me, is it possible?
I saw it on TV. You know.
Okay, then if you saw it, there's at least two options. One is it's possible, and the other was rigged.
Yeah, but I mean, from your understanding, what I mean is you know, is
Well,
that type of
it's
thing.
rare, but possible, yeah. There's powers that one who becomes subtle enough can connect with a material power that we normally can't connect with. So is it possible? Yeah, very rare, but possible, because, you know, others in Vedic culture, they self-immolated. They didn't eat gasoline and matches. They just intense the fire of absorption. The fire of absorption is fire. And the body just burst into flames without matches and gasoline. Someone else.
And I was just going to say in the comment about the thousands, and I think the point, if I understood what you were saying, is like there's Garbhodakshai Vishnu, but there's many expansions, so those are the thousands. It's not that he has thousands of arms, like 1,000-headed
Well,
Lord
that's one
Brahma.
explanation. Let's see what research he comes up with. There's a hand waving in the back with the lady's side. That's what's a special place.
Maharaj, I noted that you said Suniti gave Dhruva bhakti.
Yes, I did say that.
It never occurred to me that precise like that. But yet I question, he left her pursuing material goal.
That's okay.
But
It was mixed.
because she directed him to Vishnu,
Yes,
that's the bhakti.
yes.
Go.
No. Go ahead, keep going.
Yeah, but his motive was,
Mixed.
okay, so then.
And later in the commentary, in that section, the acharyas say, I forget which one, Vishwanath I think, says he had two things. Material, in arti, he wanted wealth. He wanted a kingdom, which is, he describes as wealth. But he took shelter of Krishna. He wanted to become a devotee. And it's that wanting to become a devotee that was detected by Vishnu within his heart that prompted Narada, hey, go give him the means to achieve me. But his mother gets the credit. Now, there may have been others who Narada received that same bhakti from. We don't know. Because when Narada instructs Dhruva about the bhakti process, he says, and remember the forms of the Lord as they appear in their different incarnations. No, so he engaged in the worship of the deity form according to the regulations. It's not the entire conversation recorded. Maybe he gave him the incarnations of the Lord as they appeared and think of them. Remember. So he may have received understanding of Bhagavan before Narada spoke with him, or before his mother said, go to the personality of Godhead. Because his mother reminds him, your great-grandfather Brahma, he achieved what he achieved through the mercy of Vishnu. And your grandfather, Swayambhuvamanu, he achieved what he achieved through the mercy of Vishnu. So go to Vishnu. You want this, amazing thing. There's only one place. She says, I don't see any other possible way to achieve Vishnu or personality of Godhead. And even his stepmother said it. To get what you want, you have to go to Narayan. And if you get Narayan's mercy, you'll die. And then you take birth in my womb, and then you can sit on your father's lap. So in that royal palace, there was knowledge of the personality of God by whatever the name, Vishnu, Narayan, Krishna, whatever. So that's the atmosphere in which he grew. But his mother specifically, and he had full faith in his trustworthy mother, that she understood him. She was there herself. She was able to give it. He received it, and he went with it. And that was the seed that Narada planted. We have another hand up. One last hand. Go ahead.
Maharaj, I'm trying to, the Rupa Goswami Pad says, Jena Kena Prakarana Mano Krishna Nivesha. Another way of definition of bhakti also, and by any means one can be absorbed in Krishna.
Okay.
In Suruchi, the stepmother, she actually instigated the thing, but she doesn't get any credit.
She didn't get any credit. She got spanked.
But that's not fair, man. Because she is the one who actually made Dhruva to be that kind of anger mood and...
Well, that's like, Kaikeyi and Suparnaka, read in Ramayana, and I'm sure you read Ramayana. So, they're very special people in Ramayana. They're turning points in the whole flow of the Lila. And the Sri Vaishnava Acharyas say, they were inspired by Super Soul within to do what they did. Mantra was inspired to do. Kaikeyi was inspired by Super Soul to say yes to mantra, and it was the turning point. So they get some credit. They get some Vishnu points. But they also made an offense. They also made an offense. So one's responsible for offense. So it got some points and it got some offense, and so things play out in a different way. He's not satisfied.
Not really. Because Maharaj, I also heard the commentary on the Koikis that actually that is because Lord Ram actually made her to act that way.
Well, he's the Supreme Court.
That's true.
Yeah, so Super Soul or God.
So can Shuruchi get some credit?
Of course. She gets addition points. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.